Hello, how are you? Today we're going to talk about a silent problem that affects millions of people: fatty liver, or hepatic steatosis. When someone receives this diagnosis, the first thing they think is, I need to stop eating fat. But what many people don't know is that there is a much worse villain, often hidden in your daily diet, that is causing this disease. I'm going to reveal what this food is and why it's so dangerous. Stay with me until the end. Do you often feel tired with chronic fatigue? Do you feel your digestion is slower? Experience a lot of abdominal bloating or perhaps discomfort on the right side of your belly? And most importantly, have you already been diagnosed with fatty liver? Are you under medical care? What have you changed in your diet since you found out? What is your age? Your comments are essential. They create a community, help other people see they are not alone, and help me better understand your questions.
Of course, bad fats are terrible. Fried foods, trans fats, hydrogenated from processed products, and excess saturated fat are inflammatory and do indeed overload your liver. No one is absolving fat here. However, the worst food, the main driver behind the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease epidemic we are experiencing today, is not fat, it's sugar. Yes, refined sugar, and especially its liquid derivatives, like syrups, especially high-fructose corn syrup used by the industry. This ingredient is what truly turns your liver into a fat storage unit. Now you might be thinking, but I don't even buy sugar. I hardly use the sugar bowl at home. That's where the danger lies, as the villain is hidden. Excessive consumption comes from products you wouldn't even imagine. It's in drinks, boxed juices, even those that say 100% fruit but contain concentrated juice, sodas, ready-made teas, and energy drinks. It's in processed foods, flavored breakfast cereals, sliced bread, pre-made cakes and sauces, and the worst, in the fake healthy foods. That cereal or protein bar, many are loaded with corn syrup to bind them. Not to mention the obvious ones, cookies, candies, ice cream, and bakery products.
But how does sugar turn into fat? It's a quick process. When you consume sugar, especially liquid sugar, without fiber, it's absorbed very quickly, causing a glucose spike in your blood. Your pancreas releases a truckload of insulin to get this sugar out of circulation. Insulin tries to store this energy in your muscles and liver, but this storage, glycogen, is small and fills up fast. What's left over? Insulin gives the order to transform all this excess sugar into fat, triglycerides. This fat accumulates in the liver, causing inflammation, which progresses to fibrosis and can end in cirrhosis. We are seeing a frightening increase in cirrhosis in non-alcoholics just from diet alone. Although sugar is the main protagonist, it's not alone in this attack on the liver. There are other clear enemies you should avoid. The first, of course, is alcohol. Alcohol is extremely toxic to liver cells. If you already have steatosis, the ideal is to cut it out completely. Second, as we've reinforced, fried foods and bad fats, which increase inflammation. And finally, we have the evil combo: processed meats, ham, turkey breast, salami, sausage. They usually combine poor quality saturated fat, excess sodium, and often hidden sugar in their composition.
The good news is that fatty liver is reversible in most cases. The liver has an incredible power of regeneration. If you want a detailed guide, I have a complete playlist here on the channel just about liver problems. But the practical tips are: lose weight. Losing 5 to 10% of your body weight already causes an absurd improvement. To do this, cut liquid calories, sodas, juices, alcohol, adjust your diet, Increase your consumption of lean proteins and fiber, vegetables, greens, leaves, and use good fats, avocado, olive oil, nuts, in moderation. Decrease total carbohydrates, preferring complex, low glycemic index ones. And crucially, get physical activity, as it improves your body's sensitivity to insulin. So, did you know that sugar was the main culprit for fatty liver? Are you already trying to make these changes in your routine? Tell me all about it in the comments. I really want to know. Thank you so much for your company, and see you next time. Bye-bye.